The title of today's lecture is Empowering Yourself to Return to Work After Disability. Empowering yourself to return to work after a disability. What I found in my over 35 years of being in practice as a psychologist is that when people are out on a stress leave, psychological disability, often it's because they felt treated unfairly, unjustly at work. They felt picked on, the stress built up over a period of time, they tried to deal with it. They had a union, perhaps they tried grieving it to the union. There was a human resources, perhaps they went there. They might have even tried talking to supervisor or talking to the supervisor, trying to do something, trying to just cope and deal with it so that they can remain gainfully employed. But the stress would just build up. Sometimes the work itself adds to the stress, but we find that most psychological disabilities are caused by the supervisors and management. I'd say 98% of psychological disabilities are not caused by the work itself, but by management and the supervisors. So let's understand the psychology, first of all, what's happening with the management and supervision. People really want to do the right thing very often. Very often you'll have people in management who are decent human beings, who are perhaps the rock of the community, a good father or a good mother, and a decent human being. But they also feel pressures. They want to be able to assist you to do your job, but they also have to satisfy their management, their supervisors, their stockholders. Often they're caught in between. There's a line out of The Godfather that really applies here. There was a scene where Marlon Brando said, you know, after I pass, they're gonna assign somebody to assassinate you. It's gonna be somebody you trust. Then there's a scene where, sure enough, somebody you trust arranges a meeting with the enemy, and they recognize this is setting up the assassination. And so they captured the guy. They didn't go for it because Marlon Brando had warned Al Pacino about it. And the man, when they apprehended him, he looked at Al Pacino and he said, you know, it was nothing personal. I always liked you. It was just business. So he was going to arrange the assassination, have him killed. It was nothing personal because he actually liked him, but he was going to arrange for his assassination. It was just business. And often that is the business mentality. It's just business. I'll have people telling me, I feel like my supervisor wants me to quit. He's in my face. It's almost like daring me to hit him so he can fire me. I've heard this many times. He's insulting me. He's humiliating me. He wants me to say something so he can terminate me. And I'll say to the person, well, do you feel it's probably not personal. You could be replaced. You're being paid $70,000 as a driver for this company. You could be replaced for $50,000. So probably just business is most likely what it is. Now, sometimes it is personal, but generally it's just business. You can save $20,000 a year on this one, and perhaps even have a cap where they can't make as much as you were making, can't go up as high as what happened recently, say, in UPS and the Teamsters. You have drivers making, say, $30 an hour. Now there's a cap at $25 an hour, so the man's making $70,000. He gets somebody new to replace him for much less. So many people feel that this is the motive. Whether it's true or not, who knows, but it certainly appears that way to many people. So again, this is what happens with the ethic of it's just business. This is what it leads to. If the only responsibility is to the shareholders and the bottom line, the profits, this is what will happen. Now, that has to be contrasted what's called a servant leader. A servant leader is somebody who is there as a servant. The management, and the highest concept of management is somebody who's there to serve you as an employee, to make sure you can do your job to the best of your ability, to create that environment for you, to maximize productivity, and reduce the risk of you being injured for your sake, and also in terms of workers' compensation, fees and litigation fees. If you're not happy, you might go on disability, or you might even go on workers' compensation, which raises their premiums.